It's over each other.
Right. So is the royal approach in effect taking some of the cues from how they're communicating with each other right now and incorporating them into the psychology of, in effect, managing or having the relationship with the horse?
Absolutely. It is primarily comprised of the techniques that we learn by watching the horses. We are using the same activities that they use to establish dominance, to establish herd social order, and also what they do naturally as prey animals. So we're incorporating their own psychology and really just acting as if we were a horse.
It appears that you're not in control, and it is because they're not fearful of you, and
Right.
that is a specific technique that's part of the royal approach.
Correct.
That is, it's not fear-based, it's affection-based.
Well,
Would that be
I think
accurate?
it's close. I think it's it's more bonding and boundaries.
Bonding and boundaries.
So I'm asking them to come and do something. While it doesn't look like I'm doing much, you'll notice I give them little pokes.
Right.
And what I'm doing is I'm letting the horse know I'm here. I don't want you to come any further. If they start to bite each other, I tell them that they're not allowed to do that. Wait. And so this one in particular has gotten to be really disrespectful of space, so I'm going to push her out more, whereas this one's being very good.
Right.
Never really getting into our space. Don't you do that. Don't.
Now, the danger with this is that this horse here is, while it's affectionate and a person that loves horses wants to give it affection, the truth is it's invading my boundaries.
Absolutely.
And so what is my response? What is the royal approach response to this?
Well, the royal approach response to a horse that has overstepped its boundaries into your space is to do what we call casting the horse out of the herd.
Okay.
So although I'm not going to make him go far
Right.
away, I'm going to make him go away. And just by making him go away like that, whereas he would really rather be by us,
Right.
I'm giving a little bit of discipline.
Right. And boundaries.
Right, and boundaries. So it's really the same for us. We discipline through establishing boundaries.
Well, they're circling around us so many times that inevitably I've been face to rump with a couple of them,
Yep.
and
But it was mainly out of their intention of affection.
Yeah.
So this little girl, wanted your affection, and she was.
Oh, okay.
she was
So
very
how do I
close.
know the difference?
Well, you really
Look at
just-
that. That's exactly
Yeah,
what I
you
was...
learn to read the intention, Learn to read the intention, and we can look at this little guy and we can kind of tell he's in a precocious, very playful state, and so there's a much more.
Is he the guy that just got kicked?
Yes, he's the one that just got kicked.
How's he feel about that?
He's really big man on the totem pole
Uh-huh.
out of this group, so he doesn't really take it much as an affront. And even though he's little, I think that's really important. He's the smallest of the babies.
Now, yeah, and that's interesting. And the other thing that's really interesting about this, Cynthia, is that the adults and the adolescents seem to have set up different camps.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the first time that the big boys have come over. Why is that? Why is that?
Well, I think the adults just came over because they tend to get fed over in this area.
Oh.
And so I think, they thought we were ringing the chow bell.
That you're going to get these tapes that are tips on how to deal with horses. But here's the secret. She has created an entire system, a training system, that allows you to maximize your enjoyment with your horse and make sure that your horse has the highest quality of life it possibly can through the interaction between you and the horse. what she calls this is the Royal approach. And it's really a training method that will give you not just 7 tips or 10 tips, but dozens and dozens and dozens of techniques that allow that relationship to get closer and for the two of you to be happier every single day of your life that you're together. The way to get them is to buy them. I've never seen anyone train horses as quickly, as effortlessly, and as enjoyably as Cynthia Royal. And I strongly recommend that you pick up the tape if you want to have a long time, valuable, the most valuable relationship that you can with your horse.